Hey everyone, it's Amy. Today I have for you the new May collection from Madam Glam. This is the Blossom Glow collection. So Madam Glam did kindly send me over the entire new May collection. And we have 8 new colors, 4 in a new finish. So we have 4 in a new luminous silk finish. So it kind of looks like a pearly type of a finish. And then we have 4 new creams as well. So let's get into it. We'll do some swatches, we'll do some comparisons, and we'll review the collection as a whole. So starting off with the new luminous silk formula, they do on the side of the bottle have this stripe to kind of indicate that it's a different formula finish. This one is Silky Kiss. Here's what Silky Kiss looks like. It is a pearly pink, but that pearl is really pretty. And this is one of those finishes where you could either do your coat really gently and make sure it all kind of goes down, or you can kind of do a swirl effect with it, so there's a little bit of playroom with this type of formula. Next we have Moms and Mimosas. Here's what Moms and Mimosas looks like. This is a pearly yellow shade. It almost leans a little bit like a beigey yellow. It's not a super bright yellow. Next we have Lilac Moments. Here's what Lilac Moments looks like. It is a beautiful light lilac purple shade of a pearl. Next we have Pure Affection. Here's what Pure Affection looks like. It is a light pearly blue. Now moving on to the 4 creams that we have. This first one is Pink Elegance. Here's what Pink Elegance looks like. It is a beautiful medium corally pink shade. Next we have Mother's Muse. Here's what Mother's Muse looks like. It is a beautiful medium purple shade. Next we have Infinite Love. Here's what Infinite Love looks like. And this is a bright neon orange, like a fiery orangey red. Definitely leans more orange than it does red, but she's bright. I don't know if the camera is fully picking up, but this is a full neon. And the last one we have is Neon Beauty. Here is what Neon Beauty looks like, and just like the name, this is a neon color. It is a neon lime green. It is beautiful. I am here. I love summer. I love the neons. I am here for this color. So let me go do a second coat and top coat all of the colors. We'll come back and do some comparisons. And then I did want to note that this does have the new rounded brush tip in all of the bottles, but they are regular packaging. They don't have the full color. So here is the full collection as a whole. So we have the 4 new luminous silk finishes. We have 2 neons, and then we have 2 like mid-tone colors. So let's get into some comparisons. I do want to start with the luminous silk. Now this is a new formula, but we do have a couple pearls that got released in the what was it, the March collection maybe? So here are the 4 new luminous silk colors. So we have pink, yellow, purple, and blue. And then these were from the March collection. We have a medium and a light pink, and then we have a blue and a green. Looking at these finishes, I honestly think they're the same, but the March collection was not listed as the luminous silk finish, I don't believe, but I do think they are the same type of finish. So we've seen this finish before. We don't have too many of them, but we do have a little bit of similar colors. So with the Silky Kiss, which is our new pink one, this one is pink daiquiri here. They are a little bit different. The new Silky Kiss is a little bit on the purple, almost a little on the cool tone. Though I don't know that we needed 2 silky finish, pearly finish pink ones that close to each other. And then the blue ones too. So this new blue one is Pure Affection. This one is Blueberry Spritz. And then the green one here is Lime Margarita. So here the 2 blues are different. And then here is it with the green. So it's almost right in between. So that one does fill in a gap. And then the light pink is different than the yellow and the purple. So I think it's really only this pink one that I wish they would have done a different shade of color, like maybe a pearly orange or something. And then getting into the creams, here is our Pink Elegance. This is Tulips, which is definitely cooler toned. Spring Guide, same thing. This is the Core, which is a little bit more muted. Think Pink is darker. Walk of Fame is darker. Mother's Wish is brighter and more cool tone. Here we're getting into the coral. So here's Coral Flirt. This is Candy Pop, which is darker and brighter somehow. This is Glam Element. We have Venice Beach, Berry Blush, Love Bond, Pajama Party, Fire Sign. This is Pink Frenzy. Here's Angel Wings. This one's Cupid's Kiss, Juliet's Vow. We have Bunny Bliss and Tulip Flame. So this one we didn't even get similar to, so this one's a good addition to the collection. Next is our purple, which is Mother's Muse. I do think we're gonna have some similar colors. The one I really want to compare it to is B-Day Bash from Madam Glam. I think it's gonna be similar. So these ones are all cooler tone here in the front, so I'm gonna kind of skip over some of these. Here is Light Lilac, which is very cool toned. Lavender Springs. These are all very cool tone. Gentle Touch, Mystiques. We're gonna kind of skip through these. This one is darker, but this is Purple Era. Here is Girl Power, which gets similar tone-wise, but it's darker and brighter. This is Eternal Bliss. Again, this is getting closer to that type of shade. Here is Healing Glam. Just gets a little closer. Healing Glam is still a little bit more cool toned and slightly darker. Angelic Sonata is lighter. This is a Lilac Lace, is quite a bit lighter. Here is B-Day Bash, which B-Day Bash is actually a few shades darker. Similar tone-wise though. I thought they would get closer than that. So this one is actually a good addition to the collection as well. Then for Infinite Love, there's a few different ones I tried to pull because it's kind of in between colors here. So off of my reds, this is really the only other bright one that I have. This is Legacy. So you can see it looks more orange next to the red. And then for the oranges, this one is Sun's Out, which is definitely more of a yellow orange. And then our other neon here is Empowered. So you can see next to Empowered, these ones do get a little closer, but next to Empowered, the Infinite Love definitely looks more red. I do think this one belongs on my orange wheel versus the red wheel. And then there was one in this pink wheel that I wanted to compare it to. This is Fire Sign, but Fire Sign is definitely more pink. So I would say this is a good addition as well. And then finally for our green, which is Neon Beauty, I didn't say this earlier because I didn't see it off the bat. It does have a slight shimmer in it. I don't even know if it's picking up in camera because it's very hard to detect in person as well, but there is a slight shimmer to this. Honestly, I wish they would have put more shimmer. I would love a neon shimmer, but it's very slight. So getting into comparisons, we have Apple Bite. It's getting close. Apple Bite's a little bit darker actually. And then this is the Big Apple, which the Big Apple is very close, but I think maybe on this comparison, you could see, I still don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but this has a shimmer to it. But I think it's way too close to the Big Apple. Yes, it does have that little bit of a shimmer, which makes it a little bit different. I think in order for me to say that this is a good addition to the collection, it would have had to have a lot more shimmer in it. It is so slight that you can't even really tell. So I don't think we needed this one. Okay, so here's the collection as a whole again. So really we only had two colors that we already kind of had. They were similar enough, is the Silky Kiss and then the Neon Beauty in the green. All the others were good additions to the collection. However, this collection as a whole, I don't feel like it quite goes together. We have the pearly ones, which I think would have been beautiful to do Easter nails with. I think this would have been good for last month. Then we kind of have the two colors. Those I could see going with the pearls a little bit more. They're kind of in between that. It's not a bright color, but it's definitely not a light color either. It's kind of like a good medium color. And then we have two neons kind of thrown into the collection, which I don't think go in the collection at all. It does, because we have the combination of like the lighter pearls, the medium tone with the neon, it does kind of make it a transitional collection, which May kind of is that transition from spring to summer. Like I feel like beginning of May, especially we got like Mother's Day, we're still like lighter colors, but we do kind of get a little bit into the brighter like medium tone. But then definitely by the end of May, we're hitting Memorial Day, it is summer vacation, we're getting into neons. So I do see this collection working in that sense, that it is a transitional collection for the transitional month of May. But as the collection as a whole, without that context that it's a May collection, it doesn't quite go together. So I'm kind of like 50-50. We got a lot of new shades, but I'm also not super impressed by any of them. But I don't hate any of them either. So I'm like right in the middle. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. So you guys will have to let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on this new collection? And are you picking up any? If you are, I do have a discount code with Madam Glam. It'll be up on the screen as well as in the description box down below. So thank you again to Madam Glam for sending me over this new collection. And although Madam Glam does send me these collections over for free, I don't pay for most of the Madam Glam products I get, I still give my honest review. If I like a collection, I'm gonna say I like it. If I think it's kind of mid, I'm gonna say it's mid. If I don't like it, I'm gonna say I don't like it. So you're getting honest reviews here on my channel. But I do appreciate Madam Glam for sending these over so I can do these reviews, so we can kind of talk and discuss about the colors, about the products, do the comparisons, see what you need in your collection. Now, if you don't have any types of colors like this would be a good collection to pick up because you do have a variety. So it kind of just depends on your collection and what you need. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy my swatching videos. Make sure you subscribe for more videos coming out very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.